Get ready for a thrilling ride through some of the most exciting new series hitting the screen in 2025. Whether you're into pulse-pounding action, dark mysteries, or mind-bending plots, this list has something that'll keep you glued to your screen. Let's dive into what you absolutely can't miss. NCIS Origins is like a homecoming for all fans of the franchise, only to a completely different era. The series takes us back to 1991, when young Leroy Jethro Gibbs is just starting out in the agency. He is played by Austin Stowell, and Mark Harmon himself acts as the narrator, which adds nostalgia and weight to the events. Instead of the usual well-oiled team, there is a harsh school of life under the leadership of Mike Franks, and the first real pain, including the tragic loss of his family. But this is not just a retelling of the youth of the cult hero. Origins skillfully balances between dynamics, emotional depth, and respect for the original. The plot slowly but tenaciously reveals how the very Gibbs we know is born from a young agent. The series does not parasitize on the past, but confidently builds its own story. And this is what makes you want to watch it. It has already been extended for a second season, and it is well-deserved.
Good work, Broby. This is a story.
The world is changing.
The third season of The Wheel of Time is a grand fantasy that finally comes into its own. Rand al'Thor is no longer in hiding. He is the Dragon Reborn, and his path leads him into the unforgiving Ale Waste, where he seeks power and allies to stand against the darkness. Moiraine, now able to channel again, accompanies him, despite dire prophecies that hint at a tragic outcome. The plot branches out as Perrin returns to the Two Rivers, faces a Trolloc invasion, and is even forced to work with the White Cloaks, the enemies he once despised. And in the White Tower, the Aes Sedai are on the brink of disunity as the hunt for the Black Aja turns into a bloodbath. Based on the novels The Shadow Rising and Skyfire, the season feels dense, action-packed, and truly gripping, with a great mix of drama, magic, and character conflict. This is not just a sequel, it is a step forward, a must-see.
What did you see in the rings?
There's a black cloud that hangs over
In Mayfair Witches Season 2, the darkness gets closer, more dangerous, and more personal. Rowan, now the heir to a line of witches and the mother of the demonic Lasher, finds herself caught in a battle between magic, science, and her own moral choices. Trying to use her son's power to save her has consequences beyond her control. The plot takes a leap forward as the Scottish Mayfairs enter the picture, each with a darker secret than the American branch. They bring not only a new aesthetic to the series, but also a menacing sense of ancient magic that is not to be trifled with. Alexandra Daddario shines once again, with a character that is both strong and fragile, adding to the tension. Season 2 may not have all the answers, but it will certainly hold your attention. This is not just a story about witches, it is a chronicle of power, legacy, and impossible choices. Newtopia is a fresh take on the zombie apocalypse, spiced with romance and Korean flavor. The story centers on Lee Jae-yoon, a soldier who is abandoned by his girlfriend, Kang Yeon-ju, on the day the zombie outbreak begins. As they strive to reunite, they overcome chaos filled with not only dangers, but also comical situations. Based on Han Sang-woong's novel Influenza, the series combines elements of comedy and drama, reminiscent of films like Shaun of the Dead and Zombieland. Director Yoon Sung-hyun and screenwriters Han Jin-won and Ji Ho-jin have created a unique work that stands out from other zombie series. Starring Blackpink's Kim Ji-soo and Park Jung-min, Newtopia offers viewers 8 episodes filled with action and emotion. The series is available on Coupang Play in South Korea and on Amazon Prime Video in over 240 territories worldwide. If you are looking for an unusual combination of romance and zombie apocalypse humor, Newtopia is worth your attention. Cross is a tense crime thriller from Amazon Prime Video, based on the Alex Cross novels by James Patterson. The series stars Aldous Hodge as a Washington, D.C. forensic psychologist and detective who uses his unique abilities to catch the world's most dangerous criminals.
You the doctor?
The first season focuses on the investigation of serial murders, including the mysterious fanboy killer, and Cross's personal tragedy, the murder of his wife. The series received positive reviews, especially for Hodge's charismatic performance and deep character development. Even before the premiere of the first season, the project was renewed for a second season, which indicates the studio's high confidence in its success. If you appreciate smart detective stories with psychological depth and complex characters, Cross is worth your attention.
He was in my house. He's never gonna give up.
Oh my God.
The third season of the series From deepens the mystical atmosphere that the viewers fell into from the very beginning. A mysterious city where time seems to have stopped and nightmares become reality, again forces the main characters to fight for survival. This time, the inhabitants face new threats, and the hidden secrets of the city are revealed more slowly and darkly. The plot continues to develop around the search for a way out, but the answers are even more confusing than before. The characters, starting from the first season, become deeper. Their inner experiences and moral dilemmas are in the foreground, and each of their decisions seems decisive. The tension increases with each episode, and the viewer constantly has to fight to find at least some glimmer of truth. If you like atmospheric thrillers with mystical elements that keep you on the edge, From is something worth watching.
It's that person who did those things.
The Secret Level is a vibrant and visually stunning anthology series that brings together beloved video games under one roof. The series features 15 episodes, each of which is a standalone story inspired by iconic games like Warhammer 40,000, Mega Man, and Dungeons & Dragons. Each episode features unique animation and approach, ranging from dark and deep stories to light and funny stories. However, despite the brilliant graphics and attention to detail, many viewers may not find the originality or depth in the stories. Some episodes feel more like promotional content than meaningful story development. If you love video games and animation with vibrant visuals, The Secret Level will give you a lot of fun. But if you are looking for depth and complexity, this series may leave you a little disappointed.
That's impossible.
Doesn't matter what I made you for.
We'll have Manhattan, the Bronx and Staten Island too.
The second season of the series, The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon, continues the story of survival and personal struggle of Daryl and Carol in the ruined France.
Bring back Manhattan.
After all the trials of the first season, the heroes unite again, and their relationship becomes even more complicated. This season, the confrontation between the groups of survivors, the force of the living, and the union of hope comes to the fore, each of which strives for power and safety in this obscurantist world. In 6 episodes of the second season, the viewer will see not only the usual action scenes, but also deeper moments that reveal the personal experiences of the characters. It is especially worth noting the duet of Norman Reedus with Louis Puig, which adds emotional depth. If you love stories about survival, heartfelt relationships between characters, and everything related to The Walking Dead, the second season will definitely not disappoint.
You came back.
We think we know what
On Call is a new police procedural series that takes viewers into the lives of 2 officers patrolling the streets of Long Beach, California. The series centers on Tracy Harmon, a seasoned police officer, and her young partner, Alex Diaz. Together, they face challenges ranging from minor offenses to serious crimes, testing their professionalism and morals.
I can teach you the rest.
One of the key moments involves the murder of a colleague, which affects their personal lives and work. The series stands out for its unconventional visuals, using footage from body cameras and mobile devices, which adds a special dynamism and realism to the events. The first season has already managed to attract the attention of viewers, combining intense investigations with deep, personal experiences of the characters. If you like action-packed detectives with a modern approach to filming, On Call is worth watching. The third season of the Jack Reacher series continues the exciting adventures of the famous hero played by Alan Ritchson. In the new season, Reacher, based on the book by Lee Child Persuasive Argument, becomes an ally of DEA agent Susan Duffy to destroy drug dealer Zachary Beck. However, his old enemy, as well as the giant criminal Polly, stand in Reacher's way, which promises spectacular and intense action scenes. As always, the series is distinguished by a dynamic plot, brutal clashes, and the charisma of the main character, which the audience loved so much. In the third season, Reacher faces new threats, personal demons, and is ready to destroy the enemies in his path. If you are a fan of action series with charismatic heroes and brutal clashes, the new season of Jack Reacher is definitely worth your attention. And that's a wrap! From heart-pounding action to gripping drama, these shows are ready to take you on unforgettable journeys. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found your next binge-worthy series, and subscribe for more updates on the best new shows you need to watch.